And so, in the next world, he will be a man in the prime of life. On the other hand, children who pass over, not having yet reached maturity of mind, continue to grow up on the other side until they too reach the prime of life. There are many different localities on the next plane, differing very much one from another, just as in this world we find our countries as different as Sweden and Italy, for example. And even in the same city, we find such different conditions as the squalid streets of slumland and the beautiful sections occupied by wealthy and cultured people. Indeed, there is a much greater variety of living conditions over there than anything that we find on this earth, so that one might compare the going to the experience of a man who spends most of his life on a small island here, and then suddenly leaves that island to explore the whole world. What is it that determines the kind of place to which we will go after death, and the sort of people among whom you will find yourself? Of course, it is not a matter of chance or luck any more than is the nature of your surroundings here. You will go to the sort of place and be among the sort of people for whom you have prepared yourself by your habitual thinking and your mode of living while on this earth. No one sends you anywhere. You naturally gravitate to the place where you belong. You have built up a certain character, that is, a certain mentality, by your years of thinking, speaking, and acting on this plane. That is the kind of person you are at the moment, and you find yourself in conditions corresponding to your personality. Remember that death makes positively no change in you. You are just the same person that you were before it happened. You have your full memory, and you remember the general events of your life just as well, and often somewhat better than you did toward the end of your life here. Students of metaphysics understand that all our conditions in this world are the result of our thoughts and convictions. And precisely the same thing is true of the next world. On this plane, people with the same interests tend to attract one another. The law that birds of a feather flock together holds throughout the universe. There is, however, one extremely important difference. On the other side, your thoughts are demonstrated immediately. In this world, as we know it, it may take days, weeks, or even years before mental states come out into manifestation. But over there, they demonstrate at once. Whatever you think or feel strongly, you experience instantly as an outer condition. And this is rather confusing at first. To those on the other side, the ether seems just as solid as physical matter does to us. And in the beginning, they expect it to have the inertia, which it does not possess. They are surprised and disconcerted when they constantly find that it submits immediately to the molding of their thought. They feel rather like a person whose automobile gets out of control and runs away with them. They think, and something happens to correspond. This surprises or frightens them, and this fright causes an intensification of the phenomenon, or perhaps a seeming cataclysm. And confusion, worse confounded, multiplies until the newcomer pulls themselves together and learns to control their thinking. One would naturally suppose that under these conditions, they need only be careful what they do think, and all will be well. And this is perfectly true.